Let's check in with Alexis Davila. She's around town at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum with more on the significance of the occasion. Alexis, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Yes, well, this museum is getting ready to celebrate Juneteenth, and I'm joined here now with the president of the museum, this is Terry Lee. I want to first go into Juneteenth. What does it mean? Because some people may still not know about it, and they should know this history.
Well, Juneteenth is June 19th, which was the date in 1865 that those who were enslaved in Galveston, Texas, found out that the emancipation had actually occurred 2 years prior. So they served for 2 additional years, and Juneteenth became known as a day of Jubilee.
Absolutely. And speaking of Jubilee, we're going to host a day of Jubilee right here at this museum. It's going to start at 11 o'clock this morning. But what can we look forward to?
Well, it's going to be a big old party, if you will. I like to call it edutainment because I think people will learn something, but they'll also get a lot of entertainment. So we have fabulous activities for children here today. We're going to be creating a community mural, and we have 2 local artists that are going to help the community who wants to participate in creating that mural. We have music, we have conversations. We're going to have a conversation with a gentleman, Butch Miley, who worked with Reginald Lewis on that $1 billion deal. So we're going to have that conversation a little later, and we're going to have Chris Wilson, who is local, who has painted a piano and has donated it to the museum, Songs of Hope. We're also going to have food trucks. There'll be a lot of food here, and there will be, the exhibits will be open for people to have an opportunity to look at the exhibits. And also we have an installation that really talks about the history of the museum, because in addition to this being a Juneteenth celebration, it is also our 20th anniversary. And so we have an exhibit installation that will talk about our 20th. And for our 20th, although this is a free event, we are asking people if they would consider a contribution, $20 for 20 years or more. They can give more if they like. But we want people to just support the organization. Come on out, have a good time. It's both inside and outside of the museum. There will be community organizations here showing off their wares, and everybody hopefully just having a good time.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're looking forward to it. Again, it's like a Black Party takeover, inside and out, starting at 11 o'clock, wrapping up at 6 today. We'll have more about it coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
And now we're checking back in with Alexis Davila around town at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum.
Yes, well, we're so excited to talk about this Day of Jubilee event they're hosting here to celebrate Juneteenth, but they're also going to unveil a brand new mural, and I'm actually catching up with the artist right now. This is Reginald Lewis. I know we would think this is the bloodline right here to the museum, but actually it's just a fun coincidence. But I do want to talk about the Taste of Legacy. That's the name of the mural. Tell me more about it.
Yes, this project really represents the history of African Americans, our journey to this country, as well as the future, and how just this institution supports the community that it exists in.
Tell me about how you came up with it, because when you drive up to the museum, you can't miss it. It's right outside and everyone will be able to see it. So how did you come up with the idea of what the message you want to show that everyone, even driving by, even past this day, can still resonate with it?
Absolutely. This project actually started a few months ago. It was a collaboration between myself and the museum. We collaborated across a few ideas, and ultimately we wanted to tell a story, but also really speak to the history of African Americans.
And speaking of that, right, here we are with Juneteenth talking about this history. Why is it so important that even to this day, people of all ages understand the history and ties of Juneteenth?
It's really important to understand where we came from, to know where we can actually go and what things we need to work on.
Absolutely. Now, with the mural itself, you were talking about that you started when you were a little young one, 5, 6 years old, you were into art. But what was it like putting this mural together? How long, what was the process like?
This process was pretty interesting. It actually started from an original painting, which was actually transitioned into a digital piece, which is what you see outside today. So I would say over the course of a few weeks, but honestly, a lifetime of love.
And speaking of that, so my final question for you, how do you feel knowing that it's finally done? Everyone's now going to look at it and take away from it.
It feels amazing. I actually turned 30 last week, so for me, this is just a very transformational time for myself as well as the community that I serve.
Oh, just a cherry on top right there for you. Well, thank you so much. We
Thank
really
you.
do appreciate it. A reminder that the event will kick off at 11 o'clock today and will last through 6 o'clock. It is free for everyone to come out. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Alexis.